So here we go, game number 3, ace match of this final match in round number 1. Now we are going to have in the bottom position here on Metalopolis, our teal Terran is
SCV ready.
cLSAdj.
His opponent currently tied up in a very good, very well-known Protoss. His name is
ONEwbc cool.
So we're going to spawn close positions here. Definitely could see some aggressive play. And might see Adj go for a more all-in style like he did first game. Especially since it worked first game. And that second game going for that early micro not really paying off since ONEwbc cool did punish him so hard. We do have an early scout here from ONEwbc cool, going to come inside the base. Supply depot once again at the front. Now, this is what he did first game. Maybe it's a tell.
Perhaps. But not as much distance between the two bases for ONEwbc cool's, Warp Prism and Observer to miss the army. So like I said, I think the first game he actually had a much better army. Just caught out of position, didn't see what was going on. And I don't think that's going to be the case in these positions. So we'll have to see if he goes for that Warp Prism play again. He did message me saying that he loves it. And I like it too. It is a very sexy thing to do. I like that he at least is playing more imaginatively. We don't really see it a lot at the high levels, although does have some major purposes, as we saw last game. Loading up those Stalkers and Sentries, able to force field and kill off a lot of SCVs early, and then finishing it off with those DTs.
There's a lot of uses for Warp Prisms. I mean, just the fact that you don't have to get a proxy pylon up ahead of time in a battle. You can just bring it with you and warp in. I mean, there's a ton of uses that you could use Warp Prisms for, just nobody decides to actually do it. But yeah, drop play, obviously a good thing for Terran. Good to see Protoss able to use it equally well.
Or try to. I mean, it is really, really weak. And obviously a pylon is sometimes cheaper.
Right. Yeah, and the only thing that I hesitate on is the fact that ONEwbc cool has been doing that sentry play, and it hasn't really seemed all that effective.
Yeah, I think last game he did pretty well, so the Stalker's just not doing as much damage. You really want Zealots for that. And still not really force fielding the army away from the main base, just trying to trap the SCVs. I think if you just dropped one by the ramp, force fielded the army outside, and then warped in a couple of Zealots, you'd be able to do even more damage.
Right, I'd agree. Even just 4 Stalkers instead of 2 Sentries, 2 Stalkers, I think would have done more damage. But yeah, even 2 Sentries, 2 Zealots, I think would be a great choice.
Yeah, Zealots with that double attack and just quicker attack speed, just much better against Stalkers, or much better against SCVs. Stalkers, I mean, are pretty weak. Their only benefit is that they're much more mobile and obviously they're ranged. But when you have those force fields to trap all those units in there, Zealots are much more effective in close quarters.
Well, we have an interesting choice here. Adj's going to go for a proxy starport up the top. So we're probably going to have some very quick Banshees coming into the base. And if he does go for Cloak, which right now he is on 2 gas, so it's definitely a possibility, this could do a lot of damage depending on the timing of the robotics facility.
Yeah, we'll have to see. He has been getting a quick robo, but probably won't know to send the Observer to the top, obviously. Oh, but stealing the gold again.
Yep. We saw this in one of his previous games, and it worked out in that game. And I seriously doubt Adj would actually go up there and scout it anytime soon. It all depends on going to the Xel'Nagas, which you usually don't do in close positions. We do have a Hellion coming inside the base. Scouting for anything. There's vision of the pylon in the gas, which might have been what he wanted to see if anything could spot the drop happening, if there was a drop, for instance. But no, Banshee's just going to come in, and he is getting Cloak.
Boom, Hellion gets taken out. We'll have to see. This SCV is still over there by that starport, and if it doubles back and checks the Xel'Naga watchtower, or even goes through that middle ground on the gold, he will scout this out. Right now, Cloak about 1/3 of the way done. Banshee's on the way. And here comes the Observer. Or ONEwbc cool.
So it's interesting that he got the Hellion in there, saw the quick robotics facility, but didn't cancel Cloak, so he thinks he's going to be able to do it, and depending on the timing, he should be able to. He's not getting a second Banshee right now, though. There he goes.
Ooh, and ONEwbc getting a second Observer. So playing really, really safe. May just choose to keep one Observer above his base before he sends the second one out. Or at least we'll have a second one on the way very, very shortly after he sends the first one.
Yep, so he should be safe against this. Ooh, the second Banshee actually completely supply blocked for quite a while. Edge complaining about lag right now.
Yeah, I didn't really see any, but...
Nope, I didn't either.
Yep, ONEwbc says no lag here. Second Observer is now out. Warp Prism again on the way.
Yep, and that saturation on the gold pretty good right now. And ONEwbc way up
perfect
on
timing
us.
for that Observer, and is he going to be able to pick off the Banshee even? Banshee about 1/3 health.
It is going to get away. So not doing anything with that Banshee. That second Banshee way delayed. He's going to bring that first Banshee back. Should repair it with that SCV he left up here. Not set to auto repair at the moment, so it looks like he's not going to do that quite yet. Oh, but the Banshee actually headed down to the gold.
Is it going to see it? Oh, adjusted just a little bit, trying to pick off the Watchtower.
Oh no. Oh no, and he misses
Does not
it.
see it. And now Stalker at the proxy sees it. He's going to be able to take it out. ONEwbc with the Stargate thrown down. Very, very interesting play here. Warpgate, Stargate, and Proxy Gold.
And there goes a Warp Prism actually dropping on the Starport. However, he does not have the Observer there. There he goes, getting the Observer, able to take down the Banshee, losing just one of his units, and now he's going to be able to finish this off. Edge not even bothering to lift off quite yet. The Tech Lab is going down.
Edge switching into Marine tank play, has not bothered to expand yet again this game.
Well, he thinks it's one base versus one base. And this is going to come kick him in the face soon, because 42 Harvesters versus 29. The income a little more than double for ONEwbc. Not a little less than double.
Starport sees the Phoenix out. But is it going to fly over the gold?
Once again, it's going to go a little too low.
It might just see the edge of that refinery. No, yes.
The Phoenix should actually go like to the left side just so it doesn't fly that direction. At the same time, we do have an Adj pushing out to the front and an Observer seeing this. So ONEwbc should be ready for this. He's trying to get an Immortal out. Already has a pretty decent army here. Oh, there
goes down, but does he see anything? He transferred it closer to the gold.
He would have had to notice the rich mineral fields mining, if anything. So it's not very likely that he notices. Here comes the push, and right now, a late force field there. We do have tank sieged up on the low ground. He is going to be able to pick off some of these units, and more units coming in the low ground to try to pick off these tanks, perhaps.
Still turning in from the back.
Forced away. Even a bunker going up with the front.
Does have an Immortal out. And a Void Ray. Very, very nice. He can kill off a couple of these Marines.
Ooh, gonna be able to pick off the Banshee. There it goes. That's his sight of the high ground. And ONEwbc gonna engage the army. Tanks on the high ground, 2 tanks on the low ground, lifting the tank on the high ground even. But is he gonna have enough to finish this off?
Looks like it. Not very many Marines out. Void Ray gonna get charged up even. Nope, nope. But that's pretty much the end of that push. Losing the siege tanks. Does have a bunker outside, but not very many units left. ONEwbc with a complete chrono boost on all of his production facilities. Dropping another gateway, pilot council, and robotics bay all at the same time. 2 Void Rays are out for him.
Yep, he can afford it. I mean, he's up 30 supply right now. And I'm sure Adj does not realize that he's actually so far behind. Still behind 20 Harvesters, behind about 500 minerals a minute. And starting to get a little bit mined down in his main. About 500 minerals left on some of the patches, 300 on others. Down to only 6 mineral patches out of the initial 8. Getting an armory up. I'm not sure. I guess he's going to go for Thors. That's an interesting choice.
I'm not sure how well that's going to work out versus Void Rays and Mortals, but We do have another drop coming for. Oh, and this SCV is going to scout it. Is the Warp Prism going to turn back and save the watchtower?
Oh, oh, Edge is he going to go through it? He's going to go through
He's going to scout it.
Yep,
Warp
he
Prism
knows.
is not taking down that SCV quickly enough. Marines trying to scout this Warp Prism. Are they going to be able to take it down? Stimming up, but ONEwbc able to drop a couple units, but will lose this Warp Prism. Of course, fielding the minerals just because.
Can't do much else. And here goes Edge. This is looking like a big attack, pulling a lot of SCVs. Is he going to attack the main? Is he going to attack that gold? The gold getting a little mined out as well. So might not be a huge loss considering how much he's actually mined it from it so far, and he's already getting that natural backup. So no matter what, he's going to be ahead of Edge, and Edge just going to push on the main, try to finish this off here and now. But with 4 Void Rays, Phoenixes, Immortals, and a ton of Zealots actually.
Yep,
It's gonna be
cLSAdj
tough.
also halfway done on the way, so if he can delay just enough for that cLSAdj to get out, he'll definitely have this push.
And coming in right before charge could make the difference. Tank's doing a ton of damage. The Void Rays.
Immortals getting up close enough to the tanks, able to take one out, 2 going down. There's the 3rd one about to go down, and there's the GG.
So ONEwbc gonna advance into the next round.